This. Hi everybody, it's Dan from the Outdoor Trade Show channel, and it's time for We Care You Matter. It's Sunday night, and I am here with my good friend Sonny Crudup.
How you doing,
and Dan? Sonny and I got a lot of history, and there's a lot going on. But
yeah.
Sonny has a product that I know everybody will like. It's a phenomenal product, which is called Sonny Smell Good.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about some other things that has to do with Sonny Smell Good because it's under the Facebook page of Sonny's Original Pimp Oil. And so we got to do a little discussion tonight about how the name changed, and that was you and I thought that would be something quirky or funny to do. And maybe we shouldn't have done that. It's been sold for 30 years or better as Sonny Smell Good, but you're going to give a history lesson, and we're going to talk about the product. And what it is, it's a fragrance that for you guys out there, for everybody out there, you can use it in your car, you can use it in your boat, you can use it in your camper, anywhere that you want a really nice fragrance. We've got Sonny Smell Good or Sonny's Original Pimp Oil, which we can go to.
Whichever one you want to go to, yeah.
But what makes your product so unique is let me get these off here, is it's an oil. This is an oil-based product that's not watered down. The fragrance is there. You're not going to lose the fragrance. It's not something that you're going to have today and gone tomorrow. That fragrance sticks around. This is an oil, and it's there. So from there, Sonny, if you want to, first you got to introduce yourself. First we got to introduce yourself. So I'm going to do that. Introduce yourself to everybody.
My name is Sonny Crudup, and we're one of the originators of what Dan said, the Sonny's Smell Good and Sonny's Original Pimp Oil. But I got to compliment Dan. Hey man, you know more about the oil than I do. You gave up. It seems like I don't even have to say anything. But yeah, Dan is right. We created this product, and where the product really came from, and most people thought this was my idea. This wasn't my idea. I kind of piggybacked off of somebody else who had the original pimp oil, as we say. And going in and out of Chicago back in the mid-'70s, I found out about the product from a friend of mine who was called Sir Drake. I used to go in and buy posters and stuff from Sir Drake, and I was talking to him about, some fragrance for the cars. So he told me, he said, look, Sonny, go down there and talk to him. Can't remember the man's name because it's been so long. He had a printing shop. And in the printing shop, in his back room, he was doing the original pimp oil. And I asked him, how did he come up with that? He said, I did flyers for all the pimps here in Chicago. He said, and I would take the flyers and I would go out and take them to their cars and stuff. And when I opened the door, the cars really smelled good. And so he said, when I came back in and went to my drawing board, he said, I came up with the pimp oil. And he had at that particular time, I think it was 5 or 6 fragrances, cherry, coconut, jasmine, and a few other, and original pimp oil, So that's how I came about that. Now I really started, that was in the early 70s. Now I started it in Ubiquity down in I'd say about 76.
That was a record store that you owned on the west side of Rockford. Called Ubiquity Records.
But before the Ubiquity, I was with somebody else in another record shop. It was called Essence Records and Wigs. But when we started with the pimp oil, what happened is the person that I was buying it from passed away. So he passed away, and I had to come up with my own. I had to play my own little tune. So we found a place where we could get the oil from, and we started doing it in little sample bottles. We didn't have no names for it. We would just put a name on the bottle and sell it, and it really took off. So when we started the Ubiquity, we were in the store one day, and a young guy came in and said, I want a bottle that smells good. And so me and my youngest daughter was saying, when he left, she said, Dad, that's what we should call it. I said, call it what? She said, we should call it Smell Good. So that's how we got the name Smell Good. And that's been around from right at Ubiquity. That's where the name was created, Smell Good. And that was back in 70? Well, no, it had to be a little later than that, because Brashenda was like 10 or 11 in that. So I would say it was in the mid 80s when we came up with the name Smell Good. not so much the product. We had the product, and we were dealing with somebody else who had created it too. So my thing of it is, I didn't create this. I just did a spin-off with it. That's all.
Right.
And created my own on my own. They said that you have to copy somebody else to create your own style. So I copied them and created my own style with the smell good. And it's basically, like we say, it was a family history. It wasn't just me. We would come in with a fragrance, and then the kids and even some of the customers would help me name the fragrances. You know, so it was a family business. Yeah.
Well, another one that I also know that you haven't done is it's not watered down or thinned down.
No.
That was one thing as people, a lot of the fragrances or a lot of things from years back have been changed or watered down, or somebody got involved and they said, here, we can cut this in half and we can cut this in. No, yours is original. This is the original formula. This is the original. And it hasn't been cut down. It hasn't been thinned down. This is, you get the real deal here.
And I would tell people, some people would say, well, man, it don't miss. I said, well, this is oil. It's going to squirt. Well, man, I said, well, you got to watch where you aim it, So people would want to sample it. They would take it by then they spray it. I said, well, you got to watch what the thing is, because you spray it in your face. So it was like that, and you have to kind of explain to people what it was about and what it was like, And on our page when we first started, Dan, with the Sonny's original pimp oil, when we first started with the bottles, we started with the sample packs, because we figured it out. It was easy to do the sample packs and sip out one bottle. So we had a 3 sample pack and we had a 4 sample pack, and you could mix and match it like you wanted it. But what happened was I would have somebody to call me up or post it up to us online that they wanted 4 bottles of money. Mm-hmm. So this is the idea that we came up with. Right. We got the big bottle, and then we got like the 2-ounce bottle, and this is a 1-ounce bottle. So we're trying to become creative with this. We really want people to buy our product, because I'm telling you, the product is good.
Yeah.
It's really a good product. You won't know about it until you try it.
Right.
Another thing that we did was the t-shirt.
The t-shirt.
And I have to think, what's the young lady's name? She was one of the first ladies that posted that. Her name was Nellie Hobson.
Oh, Nellie. Okay.
She posted the first sweatshirt from me. Then I had a friend in Chicago. Her name was Stella, and her sister Dorothy. They posted the t-shirts. But Dan, we had so many t-shirts. And so what I would do is I would give some away, and then I would sell some, and I would tell them what we want them to do was post them on the page.
Right.
Never happened.
Right.
Never happened. And then we would see them. I would maybe wear mine out. Sonny, could I get a t-shirt? I said, yeah, you can buy one. Look, post it on the page, but they never did. So we're regrouping. It's not that we're done. We're regrouping. We're getting ready to sell the oil plus the t-shirt,
right.
And we're going to create something else. So that's really where we at now. We hadn't stopped. It was just that we kind of went back and started to organize ourselves for doing this Sonny Live and Sonny's original pimp oil.
Well, also explain, now that you're explaining things, let's take this another step.
Okay.
And if you would explain to people your love for jazz and your knowledge of jazz.
Right.
And the one thing about Sonny, if you're ever around him, you walk in, wherever he is, he's playing jazz.
Right.
And a lot of the jazz that Sonny plays and a lot of the content from him, no one's ever heard before. Yeah. Because when you were a young man, when you were a boy, what was it, Halstead? They had the jazz clubs were at Halstead
Well,
Street.
they had one, and my problem is that I try not to be a show off man, and people tell me, oh, he didn't do that, he didn't do that. Every jazz musician that came in and played in Chicago, I saw.
Right.
As a young boy coming out of high school until I moved to Rockford. Everyone. You can name me ones and I can tell you. And some of them I had a chance to talk to. And when I tell people that, they look at me, oh, Sonny Crudup like this, Sonny. But that's the truth. But I got into jazz in a young age. I mean, we had a jazz club in high school. And we did that. And so a lot of the music that we bought at those particular times, you can't buy anymore. You can't find them.
Right.
And they were on vinyls. Dan, when we started out doing the Sonny Live, we just started out. And then we started mixing it in with a little jazz with it. And we would play it. and people would say, well, what's that you playing, or who is that? And so that's what we did. That's what we did.
No. Remember, Facebook wouldn't let us post. Facebook would not let us post the video because they said that we had to pay royalties for the music.
Yeah.
So Sonny said, "I'll fix that.
Don't
I'll play.
Don't tell them.
I'll play music that nobody's ever heard
of. Yeah, that's it. That's what.
So now you play the music and nothing pops up because it's music that no one has ever heard. These are vinyls that. Well, you said that the artists they didn't get paid. They had albums, and they would come into clubs. They would play, and then they would sell the album for $1.
Yeah.
Or was it $1?
Yeah.
They'd sell the album for $1. Well, Sonny would buy the albums.
Well, now we would call it bootleg or underground, but you know they were putting their own stuff out back then and having to press themselves. You know, so yeah, you know it has come a long way, man. But you know, just my love for that was great with me. You know, that was part of my life, and that's really what got me into the music business. Once I had the love for the jazz. When we opened up the stores, that was relatively easy. I mean, you know, dealing with the music that was current now, you know. So yeah.
Poor Adam here. I feel bad for Adam.
What happened?
Adam asked the question. Now, Adam, because I've known him so long, is that yes, this is good.
Yeah.
But Adam asked, is Sonny listening to some Coltrane or some old school bebop like Charlie Parker?
No,
So
Adam,
now you open a can of worms. You open a can of whooping.
I'm gonna tell you a story, Adam. If you go online in Chicago, look up the Plug Nickel. Now, I saw Miles Davis live at the Plug Nickel. I saw John Coltrane live at the Plug Nickel, but they didn't record John Coltrane. They recorded Miles Davis. You can go and you can get it online. Miles Davis live at the Plug Nickel. But the thing was with Coltrane was that the music was so deep. It wasn't a regular Train. We're talking about Train in the '60s before he passed. He had two drummers. He had his his wife, Alice Coltrane, playing, Jimmy Garrison, McCoy Tyner, and Alice Coltrane was playing drums, and then Elvin Jones was playing piano. Elvin Jones was playing drum, and Rashad Ali was playing drum. So it was like a big thing, and I wasn't used to it. That was at our vanguard. And what happened was Train would come, and he would come out and sit in the audience. Well, I'm a young man. I'm sitting here watching the show, and Train comes out, and he sits right over here by me. I'm like, whoa. And so I spoke, and I said, how you doing? So he looked at me, and he told me, he said, nice beard you got. It was black then. It was black then. Oh, man, I'm in seventh heaven, man. So I go home, and I tell everybody. I said, you know, man, I was at Plug Nickel last night, and Train sat down next to me, and he told me this, and, you know, they was just saying, oh, wow, man. So I'm just saying, man, it's just some of the things that I've been through in my life. I saw, like I said, I saw Miles Davis live at the Plug Nickel. He was there for a week. Now, I couldn't tell you which one it was that was recording, because, you know, if you know anything about jazz, it starts Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and it ends. You know, so yeah. So I don't know which one of them recordings I was on, but I was there. I was there, and I don't have no reason to lie about it. You know, so yeah. It's amazing, man. To some of the things that we saw when we were young, man, especially in the jazz. We were just like little groupies. It was just like little group.
Hit the clubs.
Hit the clubs, man. I mean, I saw everybody. I saw Jimmy Smith there. Jimmy Smith was live. One thing about Jimmy Smith used to, and if you go online and look up Wikipedia, is that what it is? Look up Jimmy Smith. He used to carry his Hammond B3 around in a hearse.
What?
In a hearse. Look him up. Yeah, I don't have no reason to lie about it. Used to carry that organ around in the hearse. So what happened was I got off work that day, and he was going to start that Wednesday. So it was probably about 6 or 7. So I jumped in my car to ride past there to see if they were live. Sure enough, the hearse was parked right out there in front of the club, man. So yeah. So I've just seen everybody, man. It's a blessing that I'm able to share this with people now. You know.
Adam said, I love Coltrane. I've been playing sax for 28 years and love it all.
Love it all. That's great, man. Yeah, that was my guy. You know, some of the stuff it took me time to catch up with him, you know, but yeah, I mean, I saw it all. I started with Train back with Miles. You know, that's what made me really start to like Miles Davis, because of John Coltrane. He was different. He was playing different. Adam, I couldn't tell you about the structure of his music. I can only tell you what I felt with it and the sound that he created within me. That's That's the only
Wow.
thing I can tell you about. Yeah, and how I felt about it. Yeah,
And your jazz collection is.
everybody.
You got everybody.
I got
He
everybody.
has.
I got everybody.
You got vinyl.
I got people that I played something one time, and they called me up about it and asked me who it was, and I told them, well, I can't find it. I said, well, I know it.
Because you got it.
I got it.
You got it.
Yeah. Some of the stuff they can't find.
Yeah.
Don Patterson was a organ player, and he used to play with everybody. So now you can't find any Don Patterson. You have to go buy some Sonny Stitch, which he played with him. But here's one I'm gonna shoot to you. Was it Adam?
Yeah.
Adam, do you know about a young Jewish guy by the name of Eric Kloss? I got Eric Kloss when he was 16 years old, playing professional. Eric Kloss was blind. Look him up. Go on Wikipedia and look him up. He was 16 years old playing professional.
Wow.
Yeah, from out of Boston. He lived up in the Boston area. I got basically all his different vinyl until they switched over to they start putting stuff on CD then. But you can't find the vinyl now. You can't find it. You can't
But
find
you
it.
got 'em.
I got them. I got them, man. Yeah, I got them. So it's a lot of things like that. Guys that didn't get famous. But we have some of their music.
Well, here's another one, and I did these because down in Sonny's basement, you've got pictures of you with just so many different artists,
Yeah.
and people that I don't know.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
not part of what
Right.
in my wheelhouse, but
Right.
it's people that you got. But let's do this one here. Not to change things up
No,
a little
you're not
bit, but
changing
let's do
things
this
up.
here.
Well,
There's a young man that everybody should know.
knows. Yeah, we call him-
There's a young Sonny.
Wait a
but
minute.
there's
Look
a young man there.
Let me tell you.
And you had the record store.
No. This particular one was what we was at an event where Snoop was getting ready to release a new album, and see what the record companies would do. They would have events for him, and so what happened was, and they would do them for the retailers first, and then they would open them up to the public. So we had like maybe 2 hours in there with Snoop, and what we were able to do was go around. They had food set out there for us, and we were able to go around and talk to him and kick it with him. So I was standing there and talking to him. So he told me, he said, "Hey, Pops." I said, "What?" I said, "Pops." I said, "My name is no. Hey, Pops, come over here and take a picture with me." So that's why I went over there and I was standing up and I put my arm around him, So he said, "Yeah, okay." He said, "I'm gonna make sure that you get that." So what they did was they mailed me the picture. They got my address.
Well, didn't he say, "Pops, can you sell this music? You think you
Yeah,
can sell
he
it?"
said, "Pops, can yeah." He said, "Pops, where you at?" And then I told him, I said, "I'm up in Rockford." He said, "Well, I got some folks in Chicago." I said, "Well, Rockford's a little farther than Chicago." But you sit there and you talk to them guys at that particular time, man, and it's like family.
Yeah.
It's like, you just like you've been
Well,
knowing.
let's pop up another guy. These are the ones that I recognize
Yeah, well,
that you had down there. There's another one.
Easy. They were having a breakfast for Easy, and what happened was he was in there, and he was getting ready to. I want to say that was his last CD at that particular time that he was releasing, and so I got a chance to sit down and talk to him. Easy is the one that started the guys to wearing them 2 and 3X T-shirts. That he was a short young man, and they hung down to his knees.
Okay.
And and that picture there was one that he had that he was signing for everybody.
Oh,
now
okay.
that's original. That's Easy's writing. That's Easy's everything. You can see what he wrote on there. To my man Sonny down at Ubiquity. That's what I think. That's what's on there.
Yeah, that's
so
what it says.
I got a chance to really talk to him. But I'm gonna tell you, one of my favorites was Barry White. We was at a breakfast for Barry White.
Okay.
And I had my own camera, so I went up to him and I said, I don't know if I said Mr. White or I said Barry. I think I said Barry, man, because that's the flavor I want to think I said. I said, "Do you mind if I take a picture in that D voice?" He said, "Yeah, you can do it." So I was going around, I'd catch him off guard, and I'd take the pictures, So about 3 weeks later, it was Barney's One Stop called me and asked me that me and my wife want to go see Barry White at the Regal Theater. Said we got some good seats. I said, "Well, yeah, I'd like to go." So after the concert, what I did was one of the pictures that I took, I went and took it, I blew it up, and I put it in a nice frame. So I'm thinking that after the concert, after everybody kind of went out, I went up to the stage. They were tearing down. So I asked the young guy, "So you think I could get back there to get Barry White this picture?" So I showed it to him. Now it was his son. His son was the band director.
Wow.
He said, "No." He said, "But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take it back there and I'll give it to him." I said, "He'll know. Just tell him Sonny Sonny did it for him. So me and Cherry, my wife, which is Cherry, we had turned around to go out the theater. So by that time, I heard somebody say, "Hey, Sonny." So I turned around. So he went back, man, and reached down off the stage and shook my hand and hugged me and hugged my wife, And what was so special about that, he didn't have to do that. I mean, he didn't have to do that.
Right.
He could have just took the picture and went on about his business. But those are the relationships that make you feel that you are somebody when you are doing the music business. That was with me, man. Many of people that I've met.
Yeah.
Many people, yeah.
Now, Adam's got some questions here.
Go ahead.
Adam asked, Aaron who?
Josh Redmond?
No, Aaron. You talked about an Aaron? That must be that blind, blind Jewish?
Eric Claus.
Eric Claus.
Yeah, that's his
And
name.
Adam, if you got questions, you get a hold of us too. We'll make sure you find this guy.
I see somebody got down Josh Redmond is a bit.
And that's Adam asked.
Yeah, he's a bit. I'm gonna tell him. Go on YouTube and look up Josh Redmond and James Carter. They do a thing live at Carnegie Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, check that out. Oh, Josh Redmond is really underrated.
Okay.
A lot of the jazz musicians are underrated because how do you get to hear them?
Right.
If don't nobody have a jazz, that's something that I always wanted to do in my lifetime was have my own jazz program. So me and you.
And how many times have we talked about that?
About creating Sunday Live,
Right.
And
I got to get you to sit down and do it because you have so much knowledge.
See, Dan, I like doing that, but I don't, and I still got the vinyls, I got the turntables, and that's what you're going to hear from me. Most of the stuff is going to be on vinyl. You're going to hear the cracking. But while we doing these shows, I don't want the camera on me.
Right.
I want to be able to play the music and talk to you about it. Like he's calling me up, asking me stuff. I can play something and put the album up there and do it. I could have Dan to go in this is the truth. I can have Dan to go in my record rack and pull out something and put it on, and I can tell him who it is.
I know. I've seen you do it. So I know, because the guys trying to, I've seen it done. So
that's
happened.
just the love, man. I mean, in one while, we used to have blindfold tests. And we with the saxophonists, the drummers, the bass player, we used to be able to tell you who's playing that and who it is, That was just how good we were in high school. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I got to put my glasses on.
What is this?
Adam, I'm sure you've heard it, but look up the soundtrack for the movie Kansas City. It was all recorded live at the smoky old nightclub. Solo bells, trading fours, trading eights, with everyone hooting and screaming in the background. Microphones were hinged from the ceiling to get all of the crowd reaction. Absolutely outstanding.
Okay.
So you got to check that one out,
Check that out, yeah.
Which is,
that's Kansas City is where Charlie Parker come from.
Okay.
He was born in Kansas City. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Adam, thank you.
Thanks, Adam. I will go check that out.
I know, you'll be all over that tonight.
What they're trying to do is say, oh, he don't know nothing about that. But you're right, Adam, I don't. I mean, I don't know everything. I can only tell you what I liked and what I loved. A lot of the big bands, I wasn't a big band person. I was more or less like, the biggest thing I wanted to hear was a sextet. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's 7 people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, from everybody, because like if Adam knows and he's listened to the music, probably the #1 album that everybody talks about is Kind of Blue. That's Miles Davis, John Coltrane Jr., Cannonball Adderley, Paul Chambers, and Bill Evans and Wynton Kelly and Jimmy Cobb's on drums. So yeah. Adam, one question: were you a Joe Henderson fan? See if he responds back.
Yeah, see, I don't know who Joe
I did.
But you do.
I did.
But you do.
Yeah, but yeah. So okay.
What else we got today?
Man, I'm loving this, man. I mean,
what else we got?
I mean, it's so much inside of this that you get me a chance to really express myself. And when you get to talking about that jazz, man, I get to talking to you all night. But first of all, really what I want to thank you, man, is for you motivating me. See, a lot of this stuff, a lot of these things that we started, most people thought that I created by myself. Dan is the one that put together the Sonny's original Pimp Oil. Wait a minute, let me finish. Get the shirt. Look, I got the picture of me on the shirt. I didn't want my picture on the shirt. And Dan, we took this picture standing out in my backyard, right up against our house. He said, Sonny, Joe want a picture of you. I said, man, we took the picture. And I was reluctant to want to put a picture of myself on a t-shirt. And he said, no, we did. So it came out pretty good. So we did the labels. we made the labels.
Yeah.
Sonny's original pimp oil. So he said that Sonny,
Well, here,
that's
we got
original,
that
and
right
that
there.
recognized you.
There
So
we go.
it was cool. It was cool. You know, I'm humble. I really don't like all the flamboyant
Well,
stuff like that.
I want to put a person behind the product.
Right. Well,
It's
that's
nice
true.
to put. There's a lot of history to this product,
Right.
and all that history revolves around you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
It is
so the history revolves around you. So you know what? Put your picture on there.
true.
You know.
Good job. Yeah.
Now another one. Okay, so that's a debate that Sonny and I have had here because
Right.
we didn't mean to offend anybody
Right.
with going back to calling it Sonny's original pimp oil because originally that's what it was.
Yeah.
So and then you had a radio show and they wouldn't let him say
No,
pimp
they
oil
wouldn't
on the
say
radio
pimp
show,
oil, yeah.
so he called it smell good.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah.
said, "Oh, Sonny, it's what was it, 2015 or it's 2014? You can call it pimp oil if you want to call it
really,
pimp oil."
originally what happened was it was original pimp oil with fragrances, and that's what we came out with. We just wanted to do what it was original. Well, I guess back in the 70s, you know, there were some people that were glorified in our community because they had all the cars, they made all the money, and if you grew up in that particular time, if anybody grew up in that particular time, they can understand what I'm saying. Basically, I've been around here a long time, so I didn't really think it was going to be any harm.
I didn't either.
You didn't
I
think it
didn't
was going to be any
Well,
harm, you know? So
And here's another one with me. I was a farm kid from Wisconsin. Ended
Yeah.
up in Chicago doing,
Yeah.
doing, with a shovel in my hand.
Yeah.
And we were at Madison and Cicero because there was a problem. There was a pipe problem, and there was a car wash on Cicero Avenue that all these guys with these unbelievable
Beautiful
cars,
cars, I know.
and you could smell them a half a block away.
on, man. Come
So. We would be working, and I could smell, and these cars were phenomenal. I
Yeah.
mean, they had gold
Oh,
everything, and they were
everything.
dripped
Yeah,
out.
right.
They had everything on them, and Jimmy goes, "Well, that's the pimps,"
Yeah.
or whatever. That's the pimps done it.
Right.
So a couple of times I walked down there, nicest guys in the world. You ever want to talk to?
Yeah.
But like Jimmy said, he goes, "Danny, don't cross them."
Yeah.
Okay, they
Yeah.
might be the nicest guys in the world, but don't cross them. You know, and that's of what I know about pimps and the pimp thing. And I didn't think. Like I said, it's 2018. We know what's right and what's wrong, and we did this is because originally it was
Right.
called
Pimp
pimp oil.
oil,
We didn't
right.
mean to offend anybody.
No.
Not at all. Not at
See-
all.
see,
So
I-
we're back to the smell. Yeah.
See, I knew all the pimps before. What's the one that's out in California now? Don Juan.
Don.
Oh yeah, he's a younger guy. I mean, I knew
And
him
he
all.
came out of Chicago.
Came out of Chicago.
He came
I knew all
Madison
the ones
Avenue.
up on,
He was on Madison.
on Madison. I knew all of them. So
Yeah.
that's when I was a young man, though.
But they'd all be there. There had to have been a half a dozen or 8 cars.
Oh yeah,
There'd
all
be
the
that
time.
car wash at Cicero Avenue.
all the time. All the
And I
time.
walked down there, and they were laughing
But
and
you know,
having.
those were the ones that dressed real nice back
Oh
in the
my
days.
God, dressed unbelievable.
They had
The cars were phenomenal.
Yeah. So that was something that, like I tell everybody, the original name I just copied off of it.
Right.
And that's what it
But
was.
the fragrance is still that
The
fragrance. It's still the
We
fragrance.
found
It's still the
out-
fragrance.
We found out what the original fragrance was.
Yeah, 'cause you had-
Because he told me.
Yeah.
Family told me.
Yeah, Sir Drake.
all of them
said
told me.
after he passed
That's
away,
right,
he
yeah.
gave you, told you the formula.
Well,
so
he
what you
told me
getting is the
before that,
original.
and I had listening ears. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Never thought that I would be the one that's doing this here
In 2018.
2018.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, it's amazing. It's
But
amazing
yeah, we
what
got-
life brings you, man.
Oh.
And it's not through with me yet.
No.
You
So,
know, so yeah.
we're gonna do a lot of stuff. I do this every week, with Sonny and with Justin and with my friends here. I enjoy doing
Well,
this.
Dan, I'm gonna say this. I'm so humble and delighted that you had me out here on your outdoor trade show channel, because I kind of watch you every week, and I want to tell you this. I watched last week, and you just gave such a motivational testimony last week about your life, man, and that's a lot when you share your life with everybody else, and you got somebody else out there that just doesn't have this, and that's that sobriety, So it was just really special that you were able to do that and to help somebody, because I was sending you stuff last week, and I was watching what they were saying, and that's special, man. That really is, to share your life with somebody else's life who is going through things now, and you see all those commercials now with the drug and alcohol, every other commercial.
My
So
thing
that
is
was a
this.
blessing. That was a blessing.
It's not easy.
No, it's not, man.
Okay, it's not easy, and that was hard to do because it's not easy.
No, it's
but
not.
if I can help somebody, and it's a struggle.
Yeah.
And it's a day-to-day thing.
Yeah.
And even after 30 years, it's a day-to-day thing. So things don't happen overnight. But I just wanted to share that. I didn't mean for whatever is happening.
Hey, man, it don't take much for me to get emotional. You have me emotional, man. I'm saying, oh, my God. Yeah, but it's great, man. See, people need that. People need that, man. I mean,
it's not easy. There's no sugarcoating.
No, it's no sugarcoating, man.
It's not simple.
You know, and the thing about that could happen to anybody.
Oh,
I mean, that could happen to anybody.
Oh,
you know, so you got
to
be a strong individual within yourself, man.
No,
yeah, yeah. So, man, this has been a blast for me.
Oh, it's been great.
You know, Dan. Let me tell you this. Dan had invited me up. Opened his home up to me. Lisa's upstairs. She greeted me with love, and it's just a blessing to be able to. And I drove up here from Rockland. It's such a blessing, man.
We could do this. We could do these all the time. We could do.
Yeah.
Then we got that.
Normally, you coming down to Rockford.
Well, I told you we can do a lot more of this. So
it's really a blessing for this, man. Yeah.
Let's see.
So we still, like I said, we got the big bottles. This is Midnight Ice. This is the Mo Money, which is the same thing as money. We haven't changed none of the product. We just gave a different spin when we put the original pimp oil together. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is, we got that eBay store. I told you I started an eBay store. I need to get my act together.
Right.
We need to get some pricing on some of this stuff.
We're probably
going
going
to
work
on that. We're going to get Joe
t-shirts,
to change some stuff.
And you still can go on Sonny's Original Pinball page and order it. We still there. You can order it there. You can order it there.
Yeah. You can order it there.
But
let's see. Other than that, Sonny, are we done?
Well, if you say so.
I don't know. We could talk. I could talk on and on and on. I've been told by people.
We have to shut you up, man, because you can go on and go on. Yeah.
Too much going on.
Yeah. But now, man, it's just. I'm glad that you had me here.
I guess what I want to say is this. I want to do the sales pitch for the Outdoor Trade Show channel, which is I want everybody out there involved. If you have a product, if you have a service, or anything that's got to do with the outdoors, or if you just have a product and you're looking to share that with everybody out there, that's what the Outdoor Trade Show channel is about. That's what we're about here. I want to know about you. I want to sit down and talk to you.
Right. Yeah.
I get Sonny. Maybe we get a group together and do this. Where I can do this with Sonny all the time.
Well, one thing,
Sonny and I, we do a lot of stuff.
One thing about Dan, he makes you feel comfortable here. I mean, it's comfortable. I mean, it's just like me and him.
I enjoy doing this
sitting
stuff.
out there on his deck talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you feel good doing this. And don't let Dan fool you. Dan has a lot going on. He keeps me motivated. He calls me once or twice a week. Sonny, how you doing? And that helps. That helps when you check on people. It makes you feel good.
You're important.
Yeah.
So to me, you're important to me.
That's all right. That's good.
And the other one, if people would be interested in knowing about jazz, and I mean really learning about jazz, and really talking to somebody that his whole life is revolved around, we can easily do that. We've talked about doing that. I just got to push you a little bit. We got to push Sonny. But we could do.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm just a great authority on the jazz. I can only tell you what I've learned. Right. So what I know. You understand? Right. And people I done listened to them from everybody. One of my favorites was Yusef Lateef, Rasan Roland Kirk, Sonny Rollins. I could just go on and go on, but it was just a blessing for me to still be around here and talk about it. And all the people that I've just named, I've saw. Right. I've saw. I mean, they don't lie about that. I've saw.
So I'm in the clubs.
In the clubs, yeah. So I've always been a club guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
We done, man.
We done. Yeah, we done took up enough of y'all time. You know what I'm saying? And can I say my ending? Go ahead, you finish yours.
No, I'm done. I enjoyed this.
Y'all know if you'll watch the Sonny Live from Sonny's Original Pimp Oil, I had a little phrase that I said. And it's life. I live it, I love it, and I make the best of it. Keep on moving to the next time.
Thank you, everybody. Tune in. Oh, and I something else I forgot to share with everybody. I missed one. I missed one. Hubbard's Marina is on tonight. Eastern time, 8:30. Central time, 7:30. I've gotten hooked on Hubbard's Marina. He does a live broadcast. And Justin Blanchard with Vibrations Tackle Justin's got everything. He's got his eggs in line. He's going to start doing a lot of live broadcasts. So please go to Vibrations Tackle. Tune in, get hooked up with Justin, watch what he's doing, be part of what Justin's doing. Hubbard's Marina, there tonight. You guys would love Hubbard's Marina. Dylan's got the best stuff out there. So I'm learning more. I'm enjoying a lot more.
Right.
One
more thing.
Okay, one more. Okay.
Well, if you want to find out what we're about, just go to Sonny's original Pimp Oil page and see some of the live broadcasts that we do. They're good. With the jazz.
We're gonna do more. We're gonna do more. We're gonna get Sonny to do some more. And with that, we're gonna say good night. Say good night, everybody. Good night.